What's going on, everybody? Before we go ahead and jump into the video, I would just like to go ahead and say, foremost, it should be going up on either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, and depending on when I do upload this, but I just want to go ahead and give a big shout out to everybody saying Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I hope you guys do have a very good Christmas. Eat some turkey, some ham, have a good time. If you're Jewish, Happy Hanukkah. I don't know when that starts, I'm sorry. Or Happy Kwanzaa, or whatever you celebrate. Just have a good time, be with some family, be with some people you love. And just have a good time, guys. I mean, I'm going to be here doing my thing. I'm going to be enjoying my Christmas as well and my Happy New Year, and I hope you do the same. But I will talk to you guys in the video. And Merry Christmas. What's going on, YouTube? We're here with another Smite build video, excuse me. I am your host, Shuey. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. Now, before we go all the way into this build, I would like to kind of a little bit of a disclaimer at the beginning is that, yes, they're going to be like, Shuey, why are you on Neith? You already have a Neith build video. I'm actually going to be starting a series on my channel, and it's going to be pretty much me updating all my previous builds to fit the new meta. So the meta right now on this is items like Soul Eater, Transcendence, Dev Glove, stuff like that. A lot of stuff has changed since my past Neith video. My past Neith video was like Ninja Tabby, Odysseus's bow, I don't even remember, Dev Gloves I think, and something else, and that is just an awful build on Neith nowadays. So I'm going to go ahead and change it up and show you guys what fits the best. I'm going to be bringing you guys builds like this every other day-ish, depending on if I run out of them or not. The main ones I'm going to be doing the ones that are the most popular on my channel, so like Neith, Apollo, Poseidon, Raw, stuff like that. And just pretty much just bringing them back, and then if I have some requests, I'll probably do those as well. But as long as they're not if they're under a month, the meta hasn't really changed too much. I mean, they changed a little bit with the Chiron, but not really for ADCs or anything like that. But let's go ahead and jump right into it. I'm going to do a quick, brief ability overview. I'm not going to read every word for word. I'm just going to tell you what it does, what you should use it for, and then we're going to go straight into the item build. So the ability, her passive, is every time a god dies, or you use her backflip, it sets a little weave on the ground, and then it gives your abilities extra abilities. Spirit Arrow is a piercing arrow that roots, and then also if you hit a weave, it explodes and does 100% bonus damage. Unravel is her self-heal, which does a little AoE on the ground, and if it hits a weave, it actually heals for additional. Her backflip is her getaway, and it sets a weave on the ground, does a slow and damage. Not really used for damage for the most part. It's mainly used to get away, clear the gap, or set a weave. World Weaver is her ultimate, and pretty much you're able to snipe anyone on the map as long as you have visual on them. So ward, minion eyes, or another god eyes. As long as they're appearing on your map, you'll actually be able to snipe them from anywhere on the map. It's pretty ridiculous. We're going to go ahead and jump right into the item builder. Now this is the old build I believe I had, but it's a little different. I think I have Odysseus's bow instead of Ichavale. And this build is no bueno anymore. It does not work really well. So we're going to go ahead and wipe that and start with a new one. I actually like to start with Bluestone Pendant, which gives you 15 physical power, 100 mana. Enemies hit by your damaging abilities take an additional 30 physical damage over 2 seconds. Pretty much puts a little bit of a DOT tick on them, which is really nice, and I actually thoroughly enjoy it. Next one we're actually going to go with is, it actually starts here, we're going to go with a first stage Transcendence, which is very, very helpful, and then you're going to probably buy one mana pot and not a health pot due to the fact that you actually have a self-heal as Neith. So by the time you're actually going to need to get some health, unless you get super aggroed by the other ADC, you're going to be able to self-heal any damage you really take. First item you're actually going to buy is going to be Transcendence, which we'll go ahead and cover what that does. I don't know why I'm just zooming by. It gives you 35 physical power, 300 mana, and 6 MP5. You permanently gain 15 mana per stack and receive 5 stacks for a god kill, 1 for a min kill, caps out at 50. Additionally, 3% of your mana is converted to physical power. Really self-explanatory. I use it on pretty much all my ADCs at the moment. It's pretty much a Transcendence meta right now. Next we're actually going to grab is going to be Warrior Tabby, which gives you 40 physical power and 82% movement speed. It's boots, it's basic. You guys should already know that. Next is actually Soul Eater, which gives you 300 health, 20% physical lifesteal, and 50% attack speed. It gives you a plus 15 physical power, plus 10 physical protection and aura, and that actually counts to yourself if you did not know that. Any auras will actually work on you as well as someone else, because if you ever buy a Soul Eater, look at the bottom left on your buff bar, and you'll actually see Soul Eater pop up there. Next, we're going to go down here, and we're going to go ahead and grab Executioner. Yeah, basic attacks against an enemy god reduce their target's physical protection by 6, and additional 8% for 3 seconds. Max stacks is 3. Gives you 30 physical power and 20% attack speed. Very, very helpful. The next item that we're actually going to buy is pretty simple / self-explanatory. We're going to go ahead and grab Rage. Gives you 30 physical power and plus 30% critical strike chance. Your basic attack does not critically strike. Your critical strike chance is increased by 10%. Caps at 5 stacks. Resets on a critical strike. So pretty much, if you land multiple attacks and you don't crit, it will actually end up stacking up to where it give you an additional 50% critical strike chance. With this item alone, will actually take you to 80%. So it's very, very helpful. Last item, is actually kind of switchable depending on what you want, depending on what you're going against. I usually build Titan's Bane. And Titan's Bane normally, because you'll have 2 tanky enemies on the other team, is usually the solo laner and their support. But if they do not, if you guys, let me talk about what that does real quick before we go any further. It gives you 30 physical power and all your physical attacks gain 33% physical penetration. So pretty much you just shred the armor off of tanks and stuff like that. And it's very helpful. The only switch out that I actually have for this is Deathbringer. And it gives you 50 physical power and 20% critical strike chance, and critical strike damage is increased by 40%. Only time you really want to grab this is if the only tank on the other team is a support. If you have a very a mage in solo, or if you have like a really squishy tank in solo, so like Odin maybe. If they're building, pretty much you'll have to see if they're building super tank or if they're just building attack. And if they are, then you're gonna want to throw on Deathbringer because you'll just shred them down. Active items, we'll go ahead and throw those on here real quick. I actually like to work active items. I like, of course, using Greater Purification because CC to an ADC kills you. And then I also either like to do one of 2 things. I like to run Greater Aegis, but if you don't know the right times to pop your Greater Aegis, they'll just wait you out. Pretty much what you want to do is if you're going against like an Anubis, a Poseidon, stuff like that, and they throw their abilities on you, like the Kraken or their ult and their Mummify or something like that, something stupid, and you see it coming, you'll pop the Aegis to preempt it, and it won't actually kill you. You actually won't take that much damage. So I like to run Greater Aegis, but I actually have a routine swap out for that. If you're not very good with that, but you want to make sure that you kind of get out of bad situations, you actually want to go ahead and grab Shield of the Underworld, and pretty much upon activation, you reflect 40% of all damage you take before mitigations for the next 5 seconds back to its owner as magical damage. While this is active, enemies cannot lifesteal from you. So this helps for one of 2 things. One, you're 1v1ing a jungler. One, you're 1v1ing another ADC. Or 2, if you're going against somebody that has pretty much locked in on a constant damage move, like an Anubis, Poseidon, Aphrodite, stuff like that, then you're going to want to pop that so that way it reflects the damage on the tick back to them so it hurts them, helps you kill them, but also keeps you safe by reflecting 40% of all damage. So it's really good. I actually I use that a lot, honestly. So we're going to go ahead and throw these on real quick and kind of like a just like a pre-message out there. The stacks on everything. So the penetration passive on Titan's Bane, the mana increase from Transcendence and power boost from Transcendence, critical chance on Rage, pen from Execution, stuff like that, do not register on the overall stats. So do not judge it by that, but this is kind of just a this is the basic stats. Now imagine what it'll be with the stacks. So your basic attack is going to do 263, physical power is going to be 204, attack speed is going to be 1.59, 20 lifesteal, 0 pen, but we have Titan's Bane and Executioner. Critical chance is 30, but you can cap it out at 80. You have 72 physical protection, 48 magical protection, 2235 health, 17 HP 5, 431 movement speed, 0% cooldown, 1310 mana with 17 MP 5. Guys, now if you did enjoy this video and you do want me to continue to update these during all the metas, make sure you go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me because it really does show me that you guys do appreciate the work I put into these. And also, it just makes me feel good that the Shoe Crew's coming out and hitting that thumbs up. It takes 2 seconds, guys, 2 seconds. I don't get paid for it. It just shows me what you enjoy. Also, if you want to see anybody else that is not in my top viewed videos, why don't you go ahead and comment that down below as well. Because I have a lot of videos out there. I think my Neith was from 5-6 months ago. So I definitely needed to update it. The meta's changed a lot since then. And then also, if you guys just want to tell me I did a good job, comment that down below as well. I always love seeing those kind of comments or anything like that. It really makes me feel good. And also, if this is the first video you've ever watched of me and you were really searching for a new Neith build that was updated, and you did enjoy this and it did help you out, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well to become part of the Shoe Crew. It's where everybody comes to learn a thing or two about Smite and have a good time. But I will talk to you guys on the next video. Peace!